bonsoir, bonsoir, Foodie Fam, or bonjour, whenever it is that you guys are watching this video. We are taking on a highly requested recipe for you guys today. As you can see, just by the ingredients, I'm sure you guys can already guess what we're making today. But we are making epis. We are making Haitian epis. We do use epis for a variety of our dishes, pretty much 90% of everything that we make. And as you can see, we are using celery, thyme, green onions, cilantro, parsley, bell peppers. We're using green, red, and yellow today. We're using some onions, and we're using some hot peppers right there in the corner. And we're using a ton of garlic. So epis is very similar to sofrito. A lot of Latin people use it in their cooking, very similar to epis. But guys, we're making Haitian epis today. So guys, stay tuned, stay tuned. You guys have requested this video. It's been a long time coming, but we're making some epis today. So stay tuned.
Alright, Foodie Fam, so let's get started. So as you can see, we've already prepared all of the ingredients that we'll be needing for our epis. We did use 2 green, 2 red, 1 yellow bell pepper. We did a rough chop on the peppers because again, we'll be dumping everything into the blender, so we don't necessarily need it to be chopped really finely or diced really small. So just a rough chop on that. We did use 2 yellow onions and we chopped that. I did seed 3 hot peppers. These are habanero peppers, but I only did use 2. They are very spicy, so please be very careful. You can choose to use gloves when seeding them as well, but you know, you can just be very careful. We used a bunch of cilantro and 1 bunch of parsley. We did a rough chop on that as well. We used 2 stalks of celery. We used 3 packs of green onion. And we just have a small bunch of thyme. I know a lot of people don't necessarily add thyme to their epis. My mom didn't teach me to add thyme, but I did like to add, or I do like to add thyme because it just adds a little bit more flavor to the epis. So that's basically the items that we'll be using. And also, PSA guys, we do want to let you know to make sure that you wash all of your veggies before you do use them as well. That was half a cup of oil back there. And in our blender, we already have a pound of peeled garlic. I do choose to purchase my garlic already peeled. If you have the time to peel your garlic, you're more than welcome. But it does cut down on your prep time. So basically, you're adding your oil to the blender, adding everything into the blender in batches pretty much, and you're just blending away. So what we've done here in the blender, we do have the garlic. We added some of those bell peppers. Basically, again, we're just going to be adding everything into the blender and blending that in batches. So as you can see here, I'm adding in my oil. And we added in some of that onion. Alright, so all the blending is finally done. So this is basically our epis. I did pour that into our container. And that's pretty much the consistency that you're looking for on your epis. And we have this in a container that's 84 fluid ounces. So it's a pretty large container. It was an old container of coconut oil. So this epis will be lasting me a pretty long time. Again, it is 84 fluid ounces, so it's a large container. This will typically last me about a month and a half up to 2 months, just depending on what I cook, how often I cook, but I do use it in a great deal of the recipes that I do make. So I have heard a lot of people mention that their epis does go bad. So as long as you're preserving it correctly, this will last you a pretty long time. But to assist with the preservation, you can just pour over the top of your epis a little bit of your oil. Doesn't matter what kind of oil. I used vegetable oil in the recipe, so you can just pour a little bit of that over the top. And just seal your epis properly. Just make sure it's in an airtight container, and this will last you a pretty long time. Again, this will last me about a month and a half up to 2 months. It might even last me a little longer, again, just depending on how often I'll be cooking. So that's pretty much it with your epis, guys. You can also make smaller batches with your epis, still using the same ingredients that we used today, but just using a lot less of what we used in my recipe or the recipe that we made today. So you guys, that's pretty much our epis. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition, another video of Joe Victorious Eats. Thank you so much for your support, for your likes, for those that share, for those that encourage me to keep going. It's not easy, you guys, but thank you so much. We appreciate the love. We appreciate you guys. Until next time, be seasoned in victory. Bye.